You can move to France, but you'll never be a Frenchman. You can move to Germany, but you'll never be a German. But anybody from any of the four corners of the world can move to America and become an American. Home is pretty simple. If you're lucky, your family owned some land, you had some farming. If not, you worked in the oil field or you worked to got yourself a trade. I had a pretty happy upbringing. I was essentially just closing a whole chapter of my life, starting a new one. I lived there for 34 years. I had a life. I had people I went to school with. I had coworkers. Once I got that stamp, then it was just like, just such a relief. It was done. All the hard stuff was done. And monetary wasn't the only cost. There's people I haven't talked to since then. You go there and you left everybody. Nobody got to come with me. I had to go by myself. It would have been my last day up there. And just saying goodbye to my parents. And my mom started crying. And then my dad hugged her. He hugged me, which very seldom. Before that, he'd seldom hug me. I did the drive by myself, which is, I'm glad I was by myself. It was pretty emotional. And you start compartmentalizing. At that point, you're starting to realize that you don't get to have both chapters. You're closing one chapter, you're starting your next chapter. And I just remember when the reception died, just shutting off that 975 area code and didn't turn it on the rest of the trip. He said plain English, like, if you're not a citizen, you're a guest. And that hit. Before I hit send, I prayed on it. And I want to stay. But I know if that was not his will, I accepted it. And that was my attitude. And that kind of got me through it too, is knowing that no matter what happened, there was a plan for me, and I was going to follow that plan no matter what. I wanted Luke there because I was getting my citizenship, he was getting my citizenship too. It was a big deal for him too. Probably a bigger deal for him than anyone else. And I wanted him to be part of it. If I could pick one person to be part of it and have that memory, I want it to be him.
If we could all put our right hand over our hearts.
She pledged the oath for us and we said, I do. And when you said I do, and the whole place erupted, we all started clapping, all of our guests started clapping, and then it was official that we were all Americans.
With liberty and justice for all. Congratulations.
I got emotional. It was walking up and getting my certificate, just getting handed that piece of paper and seeing that it was official and I didn't have to do anything else after that. It felt great. It just felt great just being able to say, I am an American. It just felt good to be able to say that. I'd never said it before. So just being able to say those three words, I'm an American, that was just the greatest feeling. Stuff that we take for granted that a lot of people never have had. I know the folks in this congregation, they love their country, but you should always just love it and appreciate it, take care of it, and do your best to advance it. But I will always be an American.